Alright everybody, hello, how is it going? We are in World of Tanks, and today we are going to be doing a tank review on the Panzer 35 ton, well, I was about to say 35 ton, the PC-35T, so pretty much a little bit of information, these tanks, right around here, and here, these were pretty much all variants of each other, consisting of different guns, pretty much experiments, very beginning of the war, whatnot, so on. Because the Germans didn't know exactly what they were doing at first with tank design, but of course we all knew what that evolved into. But anyway, so let's get on into the video. So, the PZ-35T has a pretty mass multiple amount of gun selection for it, consisting of the L40, L47, the L55, and the L112. Let's just get these up here real quick. Alright, so the first one we're going to be going over is the L40. Now, this is pretty much the gun you get with the tank. It's a 37 caliber gun. Its rate of fire is 26 rounds a minute. That is pretty good. Its average penetration is about 40 for average AP rounds that you'd be using. 69 for anti. I don't know what kind of ammo this takes for premium ammo. Yeah. And 18 for high explosive, and the damage is around 40 for that, 40 HP for a typical tank gun, for a typical AP. It doesn't change for premium, and it just gets upgraded a little bit. The accuracy is pretty bad, for 48, it's not that great. And it's only compatible with the PC-35T. Sorry, I just X'd that one out because it gives us more room. Anyway, so the next gun is the L47, which is a 37 caliber gun, same rate of fire, but it's got a little more penetration along with the same amount of damage. It's a bit more accurate, but not by much. It's still virgin on, not that well accurate. You want to use it up close and personal. The aiming time's definitely not bad at all. And yeah, so and it's pretty good on a lot of vehicles, as you can see. But that's about it. All right, and the next we're gonna look at is the L55. Now, the reason why this has such a large rate of fire is because this is an auto cannon, so it fires by cartridge. Ash penetration, like for a normal, typical auto cannon at lower tier, is completely horrible. Damage is horrible. Accuracy horrible. Aim time not that bad. Oh, son of a bitch. And the caliber's about 20, so you're not gonna get a lot of penetrating power with that anyway. And the other one is the L112, which is can be outfitted on a lot of tanks. Most notably, this is known for being fitted on the PZ2, because the PZ2 is pretty much all just fucking what you call it. Because the PZ2 is just really just an auto cannon on wheels. Same amount of fire, a little more penetration, a bit more same damage, a little more accurate, and the aiming time, I don't know what the hyphen means. Maybe it's just when your crew is upgraded or not. I'm not too sure what that is, and that's the weight of it. Of course, armor compatible shells. So pretty much what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to do this a bit differently from my whatchamacallit, from my low tractor review, my low tractor, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna go over these stats in a quick second. I'm gonna do pretty much stock. I sold that gun. Why did I sell that gun? I am pretty much going to do a stock version and a version with probably the best gun you'd want to put on it. Just make sure all that's stock. All right. So let's go over the stats real quick. So 115 hit points. That's not entirely bad for a tier 2 tank, especially a light tank. So you'll be able to take a pounding from stuff like the PZ2 and whatnot, which will only do around 15 damage a shot. So, whatever. 10.3 tons is not bad. especially since the fact that this tank does go. This tank is a bit speedy. It's not the fastest thing on the battlefield at tier 2, but it will get from point A to point B, as you can see with the 35 speed limit. Engine power 120, and it's only about 10, so it's got a pretty good power to weight ratio when it comes to. Sorry, my computer is burning my leg off. Like incinerating my leg as I put it on it. Yeah, so around 10 tons, 120 horsepower is actually not that bad. I wish I had a comparison here. Damn it, no. Oh, yeah, it's not that bad. Really, if you really want to know, the top speed usually isn't generated by the engine's horsepower. The horsepower really just means that it goes, whatchamacallit, that it takes how long it pretty much will take for it to get up to about 35. But I can generally get it up to go about 30 most of the time. So it's not the fastest thing on the battlefield, but it's also not the slowest. Traverse speed 40, I've never seen it do a 40 traverse speed. Usually it's like 25, 30 on, level ground or whatnot. Hull armor, this is the strong point of the tank. The hull armor is actually pretty good for a tier 2. You'll be able to resist a lot of fire coming from auto cannons of the same tier. The front is 25 and the turret is 25. And the only thing bad is that the amount of weak spots you'll have riddled on this tank are pretty bad. You have what it looks like to be the driver's hatch here, which is kind of odd because usually the driver's here, and the machine gunner's hatch here. So there's like 3 weak points hit right there. Also, there's a lower glacial plate. I can't really angle it down, but there's a lower glacis plate right there. Machine gunner port there, and the cupola, which is larger than life on top of the turret. Well, I do have to say that there is a giant hunk of the gun mantlet is huge on this tank's turret. It's amazingly large. You're finding it reinforced right around there. That should give you a good extra maybe 10, 15 millimeters worth of armor on top of 25. So you get like a good 40 millimeters worth of armor just out of that front of the turret. But the cupola is a huge weak spot. The turret's not that bad. The chance of an engine fire is not that bad on this tank. You can't really angle the armor. That's probably the biggest weakness of this tank is you really can't aim the armor because it's set up along the lines like the Churchill is. The tracks extend outside of the body. As you can see, there's an extra couple of inches extending out from the tracks in the body. So really angling this depends on what situation you're in. If you're on a situation where you're facing a tank head on, most likely you're not really going to be able, you can only angle it maybe about that much. Yeah, you can only angle it about that much because if you angle it anymore, you're just going to end up getting hit straight in the body. You're going to end up getting hit here, and then they're going to track you, and then they're just going to go around, or they're going to just be able to hit you straight through the side. But at this tier, angling is not really a problem, but like I said, you can only angle it maybe about that much, and then they'll just start loading you into the side because the whole front of the tank is smaller than the tracks are. Though you can't really do very much with the angling until you get screwed. But yeah, I usually don't get that badly destroyed in this tank. Like I said, it's got good enough armor in the front to be able to withstand autocannons, but it won't withstand like any tank destroyer shots or anything. But without further ado, let's jump into a battle, and let's see this thing stock. Remember, this is like if you first buy it and you gotta grind your way to, the cannon and the thing and everything, and then I'll play it fully upgraded. So let's go. Hopefully I won't get in. If I get into a bad battle, I'll just do another battle again. So if I do bad, I'll just do another one. If I do good, I'll just, end it there. Anyway, so yeah, it's a pretty good battle. Hopefully I won't get completely murdered, but I digress. Anyway. Alright, so let's let this thing load up right here. But yeah, so expect these kind of battles. expect to usually be in the middle of the table, because usually you're not going to get anything too amazing in this tank. Also, let me tell you that the first gun is also an auto loader. I actually didn't know that until the game just loaded up, but the first gun is an auto loader. So be careful of that, because of course auto loaders have really crappy penetration values usually, because they're machine guns on steroids. Anyway, so I'm not gonna go for Hill. Usually in lower tier battles, I usually do go for Hill just because I seem to be more effective doing it. You know, I'll take down 2-3 tanks, and I usually either go up there or I usually go for Hill. This time I'm going to do neither, because I do not have the gun to be able to do it. Nor do I have the traverse. Nor do I have the speed to really outrun anything. If I could outrun stuff in this tank, then yeah, it may have been a good idea going through Hill, but I just don't have the equipment to do that. Alright, I'm going to take forever. Anyway, what should we talk about when I'm trying to get here? Oh yeah, that's right. Shortest videos. The reason why I'm not really making videos that much, I mean, the last one was like 3-4 months ago, was primarily school. I pretty much am just getting finished up with finals right now. I'm having my last one Monday, and then I probably won't be uploading anything for another week or so, because of the fact that I gotta graduate and whatnot, so I gotta kind of do stuff. I can't just be sitting at my computer playing World of Tanks and making videos. But hopefully, once summer starts up, I will be making an abundance of videos. Did everybody go to the other side of the map? I'm just gonna waltz right through here. If nobody went, I'm going to take this initiative. But anyway, as I was saying before, let me just peek around this corner. Yeah, I probably will not be making any videos for about another week, most likely, because of the fact that yeah, I mostly will not be making any videos for the next week and a half, just because I gotta do stuff. It's gonna be a crazy fucking week for me this week. I gotta do a bunch of stuff, and it's not gonna be the easiest. Oh god, someone just slipped right behind me. Let me just see if I can... Oh god damn it. Just make sure that dude doesn't notice me. Last thing I needed is to be getting shot in the buttocks. Trying to do this. Oh god. See, yep, no, oh shit, alright, no, PZ2. Yeah, I will not be doing anything, most likely. Oh, yeah, I died. Damn. we will do another one. I'm just going to cut it here for a second and, just make sure so I can get this back in the garage, and then we can pretty much, do another one. So, yeah, I will be, right back. Alright everyone, we're back after that horrible Echinacea failure, and let's jump into another battle. Yeah, like I said, I'll do a few, let's just say I'll do 2 stock, and I'll do 2 fully upgraded. What about that? Because if I suck, I suck. If I don't, I don't. Alright? Please don't tell me this isn't on the same map. Please don't. Right now it's called Nines, that's right. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no, God. I'm tired. Stayed up till like 12 last night. I was at something. I forgot what it was for. Graduation. Not mine. Someone else's. Alright. Hopefully we'll do good. I'm sorry if there is no sound. But I felt lazy and I didn't get my headphones. So, yeah. Alright, let's do this. If I can actually move without brutally murdering myself. Alright, let's go. Now, hopefully, I don't die. Brutally or anything. I know I'm going to the valley of utter rape and death, but oh shit. Really? Really? Oh no. Oh no, please. Oh no. Oh wait, no, I hit the wrong button. That's what I was gonna say. Please don't tell me I was stuck. Alright, and that's me being stupid. It's me being an idiot. No, it's nothing new. Anybody who's watched my channel knows that is nothing new. Alright, let's keep on going. And, yep. Alright. Well, that's what you get for having a derpy TD. Now, only if I can actually get to the battle. Getting to the fighting would be good right about now. Or maybe not. I may not want to jump into the fighting that much right now. But it means being sick and really brutally murdered by your foes. Oh, wonderful. It's another one. Oh, come on! Wonderful. And this is why you don't use auto cannons, kiddies. Someone else hit my It does nothing for damage. Oh shit, it's dead! Oh, I didn't know that. So that's why I'm doing definitely a lot better. If I go quiet, that just means because I'm focusing. And I'm just thinking T-82 again. There's that bitch. This is exactly why you don't use these auto cannons of shite, shit, whatever. It's because of the fact that they suck major dick. Seriously though, auto cannons, low tiers, just don't try to stay away from them. PZ, I remember that PZ2 is just a horrible son of a gun to grind out because of the fact that all it used was a autocannon. Every single gun on it was the autocannon, and the best autocannon you can get was the L112, I think it's called. I mean, like, even off of side armor, I'm just bouncing off. Oh, wonderful. I don't have the speed, so I can't go up there and ambush that TD. The TD's gotta come to me. I can really do anything. I don't want to get my feet shot off by that M2. Oh, shit. Alright. I'm falling back, because there is no way I'm going to be able to hold this on my own. Especially with the non-upgraded version of this tank. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to hold this all on my own. So I'm just reloading this. I'm just gonna go like this because I got my best armor going. Oh no. Heinous. And I died weirdly. Yeah. That's probably the worst part about this tank is the fact that the fact that the tank stock is just downright horrible. You saw me, I was bouncing off of pretty much everything. I did a little bit of damage to, I think, the T2. It was the other PZ35T. Um, but as you can see, the biggest fault with this tank is pretty much the gun. The gun and that terrible little thing on the top, the commander's hatch on the top. Uh, yeah, it was just downright bad. You're all gonna die. Didn't know this. I doubt we're gonna win this. Because they have a couple of fast tanks that they can just send right back to base. But I don't think that M2 knows what it's doing. Yeah, I don't think that M2 really knows what it's doing, because, yeah, it's not doing too well right now. I don't think it knows how to handle that kind of armor. I think that's the main reason why. But yeah, so as you can see though, the frontal armor was pretty good against auto cannons. It could ding it, you know, kept me alive for a little while longer, even though it may not have mattered at first. It doesn't matter, they don't have enough to be able to catch up with the rate. Alright, so we pretty much won this battle, which is all fun and good. It's all good stuff. Or we may have tied. I don't know, because I don't know what. Now we had a draw. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, that was pretty much. So as you can see, the biggest pretty much thing that we got out of there was the fact that this frontal armor right here was able to really withstand those auto cannons. So now I pretty much have all the modules researched except for the radio, but I usually don't spot, so it's usually not entirely hard thing for me to really sacrifice. So let's upgrade this with all the little things, and let's do a fully upgraded one instead. Alright, what's the difference here? Well, there's no difference. Alright, so that's an immediate thing to notice is that you can't really tell the difference with the turret, except for the fact that it has more armor. That's about it. And now let's get down to guns. So, as you can see, there are 4 different guns to pretty much choose from. Like I said, I really do not recommend what you call auto cannons. They're not that great. The really only 2 guns you should focus on here is the L44 KWK34. Now, I believe this is on the old tractor. I believe it is, and it probably is. Let me just check real quick. It's my little tractor here. L50, L46. It's not. It is not. It's not, but most of the time I believe that when you buy this tank, this is actually the stock gun on it. Especially if you research them all for the thing. But the best gun you can go for pretty much is the L47, mainly because it just has a little bit more penetration on it. And you know what? Every little bit helps. So this is the completely upgraded version. Just make sure I don't... It's a completely upgraded version of the tank, except for the radio, of course. And well, let's get this party started. Let's party hard. So, like I said, I will do 2 battles with each thing. That may become a trend. I may just do 2 battles with a non-stock tank, and then with it fully upgraded, or at least mostly upgraded to the fact of which most of the time you're just going to be using it as. I mean, to tell you the truth, I upgrade the tracks most of the time, the engines and the guns and the turret, of course. I usually never really go for radio. But I don't scout, so maybe why. So let's go. I'm gonna go right. Most of the time, I usually go right anyway. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because most people go left, so they kind of need an extra hunk of metal over there. Oh, who the fuck is... Oh, it's a clan that I've never heard of. Um, so as you can see, with the tracks and the engine, speed and traverse are greatly improved. The thing almost turns on a dime now, and it's a lot faster than before. Also, the gun's a bit better at penetration and whatnot, and the turret's a bit better at traverse. So it's not that all of a bad tank. A little more historical value on this was this thing was primarily used during the Battle of I was gonna say Britain like an idiot. It doesn't have wings or engines on it, so it was mainly used during the Battle of France. I believe it was used a little bit in North Africa, but not to a full extent. The main reason why the Germans used this tank in the beginning was because it was very well armored, had a good gun on it, and could go moderately fast. It was pretty much the gem of the German army, and then the PZ thing took over, and ended up making the PZ3, which then replaced the PZ2 and the PZ35 and 38Ts. But the biggest differences between the PC-35, 38, and T's and the PZ line was mainly the fact that one was a lot smaller and usually had a less powerful gun, while the other one had a similarly equal good weapon on it, while the PZ2 and the PZ3 had a better armament for it, and other tanks did not. Now, I may die. I'm going to die. Yep, I died. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. It's kind of annoying, but I digress. Anyway, so yeah, as you can see, really anything fast is still going to be able to take this thing down pretty easily. Um, I have no clue. What are? Oh my god! Yeah, we're gonna lose most likely. Not because we have uh not a lot of you probably would have said we're gonna win, but we may not. But the primary reason, oh well, we may win. I know it's tied right now. Oh, and we're winning. Well, I thought we were gonna lose because our tank force was in such disarray. It was kind of weird. But that was kind of the first one, kind of the crappy one. But that really shows a very good flaw in the very well. I shouldn't say good flaw if you're fighting against it. Bad flaw if you're using it. Is the mobility. Just even though it can turn very well, even though it's moderately fast, it just cannot be formulated against other tanks, other light tanks of the same tier, especially anything that's American. Uh, just because it's gonna get run over and just won't work. We're gonna lose. I don't know. This battle's kind of shaken down, but like I said, the tank engagement was such a large scattered number that I'm not surprised if we're gonna lose. And there goes our two dudes on cap. Oh, we got the jerk cannon coming. Maybe the jerk cannon can redeem our team, or it won't because it doesn't know what it's doing. It should turn around and face it. So you got that 50 millimeters of nice chunky armor on it. Oh my god. Yeah, about that. Well, another thing is that at lower tiers you can't expect Havoc players to be on your team, because you know what, they're never really gonna be. That's gonna rarely happen. You're not gonna have amazingly good team members on your team all the time. You're only usually gonna have moderate to bad players, unless of course you get someone who's going down a new tree or something. But even then, most likely, if they're going to go down a new tree, they're going to have free experience to skip the lower tiers, get up to around tier 4, and just go from there. No truthfulness, yeah. What else do we need to know? I already told you I probably won't be uploading for a little while. We got another game to go. Well, all around, the PC35T is actually not that bad. Like I said, the biggest weakness of it is pretty much the mobility of the tank, even though I said it could turn very well. That's with the upgraded tracks, and even then, it's all about how much you can move around. It's never really about how much you can turn unless you're being, circled to death. And as you can see, that M2 did not have to circle me to death to kill me. It just simply had to sit there. Um, but I give it props for that. But yeah, so the weaknesses of it is its mobility and stock equipment. But of course, no tank usually has good as stock equipment. But that tank's stock equipment is pretty much almost horrible. You want to get out of there as quickly as you can. You want to just abandon it as fast as you can. Upgraded, it's a lot better. You can definitely tell when it's upgraded. Yeah, you can definitely tell when it's upgraded because the mobility is a lot better, the gun's a lot better. It's all around a lot better of a tank when it's upgraded. Where if you go around some other tanks, they may not be as best upgraded. But it's definitely something that you can't play in stock and then just say I don't like this tank. If you actually upgrade it and you work on it a little bit, it'll be a lot better. Um, yeah, it'd be a lot better usually. Oh god, we're gonna die. And we lost. Alright, so we lost that one completely. Mainly it was because though our whole entire right side was just gone in like 5 seconds. Yeah, so the M2 got me pretty much. So let's do this. Let's do another battle. Hopefully I'll do better on this one. Yeah, hopefully I'll do better on this one. If I don't, then I'll pretty much just I don't know. Ah, wonderful. Well, at least we got the upgraded gun. If we had this on stock, you'd be screwed. Yeah, if you ever got this map on stock, you'd be fucked. Because auto cannons are shit on this map. Because most of the time you're going to be engaging at range. Yeah, so it's not going to be very fun trying to use auto cannon on this map. So I'm definitely going to want to avoid that. What should I call it? Yeah, you're going to definitely want to avoid that. Anyway, so we are going to try and speed across the battlefield. We're going to try and make for the village on the far side. Hopefully I don't get derped in the side by someone with a good view range. Usually that's what happens. Oh god. Oh no, what are you doing? You stuck? No, I just had a little bit of lag spike there. Oh no, don't stop. Dickhead. Fucking crew's drunk. And they're German, so what do you expect? German bastards. They don't have artillery. They don't have any arty parties going on, do they? They don't. I can just kind of knock over whatever I please. Oh, great. Wonderful. I can't shoot that. Oh, you may be asking yourself, why am I not focusing on that tank right under me? Well, my answer to that is I don't give a shit, and I just killed that person. So as you can see, with an upgraded gun, it's in entirety a bunch better because just the upgraded gun just gives it so much more to work with. I just do 100 damage to that damn thing. Jesus Christ. Can you just leave me alone? Oh, wonderful. And I thought he was going to come out in the open. Did I really just bounce? I just bounced that shot, didn't I? Nah, another one bites the dust. Another one bites your mother's nipple. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna tell that rock straight up in your face. Don't worry, I noticed that there are two tanks coming straight up that, Go for me. But I can't shoot them, so it's a bit hard. It's a bit hard when you can't shoot them to actually defend your post against them. I don't even know where they are. Exactly, anyway. Oh god, can I hit that dude? No, that doesn't matter now. He's dead now. Doesn't matter. No, they're like all the way down there. Are they suiciding? Well, fine and dandy with that. It's just less tanks I have to deal with. You're kidding. Well, I don't want to move out into the open. That's actually one thing I don't want to do. Is get out in the open, because if I do, then I'm just gonna get brutally murdered by everything. Alright, or I'll never be able to make it up this hill again. So I'm just gonna go around here, because I can turn on a dime like that. Anyway, now that we're back here in our little cozy camping spot, I just said camping spot. I admit I'm a camper. I do camp like this. Yeah, whatever. I digress. I don't really care. Alright. Yeah, so as you can see, this tank is pretty good, especially once it's upgraded. PC2, you can't surrender. You cannot surrender. You gotta die, or this match is gonna be a draw. So you can't surrender. Alright, bro. Total war. Nobody surrenders. Nothing is free. No, please don't tell me. He missed him. Are you serious? That's just bad. You missed him. Oh, hello. That's a very nice tank you have there. Oh, come on, reload, reload. Oh, come on! Oh my god, you serious? You're going to surrender. Well, then you should have killed yourself. Yeah, that kind of filled me in the last second. Anyway, yeah, so this has been my PZ35T. I was about to say ton again, usually because the T following the number usually means how much it weighs. So as you can see, victory 5,558. I was ranked I was ranked fourth in the team, fifth in the team. Sorry. Yeah. So that's pretty much how this went. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Later, I'll review any of these really, except for the Tiger, just because I have none of the engines yet. I have literally none of the engines yet, but I am planning on getting the engines. So if you guys want me to review any tank here in this little quick slot, leave a comment below. If you don't, I will just probably pick one at random, and yeah, I'll just pick one at random or something, and we'll do that. Alright, guys? If it's premium, and I don't know it, and I seem to have it in my garage, just put what it is. Yeah, just pretty much put what the tank you want to review in this garage slot. Also, but if the tank's a low enough tier, I will do it if I don't have it, because I most likely will be able to get the experience in time to be able to do it. But if not, just I would say cutoff point for anything I don't have would be about tier 4. Because like I said, I'd have to, between running the tanks that I already have, take me probably like a week between running the tanks I already have, because of course I'm making my way with this piece of horse shit up to the M4, so I will be probably most likely focusing on that. If you're asking why I have a random M7, it's because a few months ago I was thinking about going through the T21 line, T71, T69. I'm still thinking on doing it. I just really got bored of the tank. I don't know why. I'm probably going to start back up using it, but hopefully I will be able to do it. But if you want me to review any of these, just leave your comment below, and I will do another review on these the next time I make it. Next time I make a World of Tanks review. But until then, just track on. Keep it on 2 tracks. All right, just keep it on 2 tracks. All right.